Hello and welcome to the Let's Review How to Do Things in Biology video. I noticed that a lot of you are having the same questions about where to find things, how do we know when things are due, what's going on, and I don't understand. So I want to do a quick video to answer all of your questions at once. I am logged into Blackboard. I am looking at it as if I am a student, so it should look the same as what you students can see. This first announcement here is something that I posted yesterday afternoon. Soft chalk is going crazy. I have no control over that. As I said here, I've been talking to somebody at Soft Chalk for quite a while yesterday and in emailing back and forth and trying to figure out how you can submit things. I said in the announcement to be sure to click the send email to teacher button at the end so you can submit the final assignment. I'm not sure that that actually worked when I turned that on. So if not, just do the best you can on the assignment. Make sure you are clicking finish or submit or check answers every single solitary time. And I'll figure out what to do along the way. Okay, this is not your fault and this is nothing that we have control over. I am as frustrated about this as you are. All right, so I've read my announcements. Now I want to look at what am I supposed to be doing. The calendar is not working correctly in Blackboard right now. I am working on getting another calendar set up, so this will be an addition to what you've been trying to figure out when things are due, and it should make your lives easier. I'm working on that. Hopefully I'll get that up in the next couple days. Our content, this is where you want to always start. If you go into content, you will then see that we now have 3 units opened. One is our diagnostic that we finished. The next is the introduction to science that we have also recently finished. And the third is our new unit, evolution and classification. As it says here, this is a very long unit because we're going to do some real authentic scientific research here. So it's going to take us quite a while to get through here. If I then go ahead and click on this folder, it opens up to this week, or actually the next couple of weeks. I click on the title here, and it now gets to showing, and everything is here. Okay, everything is now open. The way I have arranged it is I am now opening the new week's folder on Thursday. So this folder, which is technically not starting until Monday, the 26th, I have opened the folder Thursday night or Friday morning is when they will open. And at that point in time, all of the assignments for the following week will be visible. Please do not go crazy and start to go through them. And you'll notice that there's a lot here. The reason why I don't want you to jump ahead on these is because one of the things, especially in this unit, is we've got to talk about some of this stuff first. So, for example, here, this is an evolution pre-quiz. It tells you what you need to do for it. It tells you the grade does not count, and it tells you when to complete it by. The next thing, so you need to have this completed by Monday at 8 p.m. local time. The next thing up is, and the order in which they appear from top to bottom is the order in which you will be completing things. The next thing up is called Darwin's Great Voyage and Discoveries. There's an assignment in Next Gen Inquiry called Darwin's Voyage on the Beagle. It says here, read through it carefully and complete all portions of Activity 1, the first 3 icons, by Friday, November 30th at 8 p.m. So I've already logged into Next Gen Inquiry, so I'm going to come over to my Next Gen Inquiry tab because I logged into it earlier. If you had not done that, you just simply have to click on the title and it will take you there. But I'm going to go ahead and click over to my Next Gen Inquiry. I've logged in here. I have more classes than you do because I'm in all of my classes that I've created. So I click on the appropriate class, which you don't have to do that. It's the only one you have. And then there are some investigations here. And here I find Darwin's Voyage on the Beagle. So I click on that. And I notice that there are 6 icons up here. So according to what it said in Blackboard, it said I needed to do the complete all portions of Activity 1, the first 3 icons, by Friday at 8 p.m. So I have to click the knowledge probe. I have to do the knowledge probe. I have to do the observations, and I have to do the explanation. Now, the knowledge probe is just a reading. So you just have to read this whole page. You don't have to do anything else on it for this particular assignment. Notice over here where it says comments. If I have already looked at your work and graded it, there will be comments here from me, and you can see what I thought about your answers. And oftentimes you can fix these if you ask me if you can do a redo. So let's pretend that we've read this first page. I go over to observations, and now I look at the fact that there's an assignment here. It says use the world map below and excerpts from Darwin's The Voyage of the Beetle found here, PDF. So, okay, I'm going to click on the PDF, and there it is. There's a PDF that I am going to need to use. You can do this a couple of ways. You can go ahead and print this PDF if you want to. It might be easier because it's a 10-page document, or you can save it. You can download and save it to your computer so that you can keep flipping back and forth between it and Next Gen Inquiry. Because for Next Gen, you will notice that it tells you that you need to use the journal, and you're going to trace Darwin's voyage by reading the excerpts. These are not full excerpts. They're not his entire journal. They're just parts of it. And what you need to do is on Next Gen, you're going to put some data in here based on what you're asked about above. And then after you have gotten your data all set, and I don't think that's enough rows to your table, so you're going to have to add some more to that. Then what you will do is you're going to draw on this map. So if I right click on the map and I say view image, it shows me the image. Now, unless you have a tablet that allows you to draw on a PDF image there, then what you're going to have to do is right click on the map and save the image as. This will save the image onto your computer. You can then draw on it in Paint, open it in Paint and draw on it there, or you can print it out and draw on it by hand. It doesn't matter to me which way you do it, it's up to you. Whichever way you do it, however, when you are done with it, you will have to be able to upload it back into Next Gen Inquiry. So you'll see here that at the bottom of this page, after you've done this stuff, it says upload it into this space. So to upload it into this space, you click on add content, and you're going to upload an image or a file. It doesn't matter to me which way you do it, whichever way you have saved it. If you've saved it in Paint, then it can be an image. If you have scanned it and it saves in some other format, upload a file. That works fine. Okay, so that's my second one. My third one here is an explanation. And there are 10 things I need to write down here. And these are, what do you think were 10 super important observations he made, and why were they important? These 3 icons, as it says again here, it reminds you, these 3 icons are due by Friday. So you have all week to work on this. This starts our evolution unit, and our evolution unit has longer assignments because there's more information to go through. If we find halfway through the week that this is taking you longer than I thought it should be taking you, then that's okay. I can change these deadlines some, but you've got to let me know about that, okay? So send me a quick email by Wednesday, say, for this particular assignment, if you think it's going to take you longer than Friday to get it done with. Okay, so when we're done with this, you just need to say, all right, I'm done, and then come back out here, log out, and then I can automatically see it. Okay, so let's go back to Blackboard again. Now, once you have done things, one of the things about Blackboard that makes things a bit bizarre is this evolution pre-quiz. As I said, it's not going to count, but in order for me to get these set up so that it will work in Blackboard, sometimes I have to call something a test that isn't actually a test. So if I go back, for example, let me go back to content and the Intro to Science, Introduction to Science unit. Last week, you needed to do a unit review, right? So I click on unit review, and It opens and it tells me that it's a test. It says to click the finish button on the last page, make sure you're done. It's not really a test, but this is how the computer recognizes it, so it will give me a partial score. So I go through, I said, okay, 2 essential components of a good hypothesis. I'm just going to put stuff in so that I can make sure that you're all doing this part correctly. I need an educated guess and a rationale. Obviously, this should be in complete sentences. When I'm done with that, I'm going to click finish. Okay, and it says your essay has been saved for submission. If you do not click finish, it does not get saved. Then I'm going to go to my next question. Define these variables. Independent, what you change. Dependent, what changes because of the independent variable. Again, click finish. All right, and then I can keep going on. Now, notice over here, it says my score is still 0, but I also had another box over here that said it was successfully submitted. Please watch for those things. Please make sure that you're clicking finish and that it says successfully submitted. This is one of the things that's going crazy in Blackboard, in SoftChalk rather. So now here, this is another one. My hypothesis, I'm going to say that it's a blah. Dependent variable is a blue. Okay, and again, this is just for example. I'm writing down the real things. Please don't you obviously put these down as answers. All right. And then my detailed procedure, and I've gone ahead and I write that. I can click finish on my detailed procedure, successfully submitted. Now, none of my short answers have been successfully submitted yet. I'm going to do this again, finish, again, successfully submitted. Then down here, I'm going to click check answers. What should happen at this point is this is not what you should see. You should see a number of boxes with all of the questions that you put and either a check mark or an X mark. This is not our problem. This is SoftChalk's problem. They're working on fixing it. Okay. At this point, we just have to do the best we can with it. So if we go back again to Blackboard, remember when you get into Blackboard, you're going to come to the home page. It looks like this to-do list. I'm working on getting it to work. If I can't get it to work today, I will get rid of it. Also, there's a short list of announcements here. And things to do, my tasks. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of these because they're not working the way that I want them to work. So then from there, I go immediately to my content. From my content, I go to my unit. From my unit, I go to the week. And then I start at the top and I scroll through and I go do it in order of when things are appearing. If it says that there is a discussion you have to do, then I'll go to the discussion. And there's all of this information about the discussion boards, and it will look a little bit different on yours depending on how many you have read and how many you haven't read and what's happening here. I will shut some of these discussions off as we have finished units. The last thing is if we look at grades, we go to grades and it shows your grade book. It shows what's going on. And over here on the right-hand side, it should show your grade and what it is you're looking, what it is you got on it. It is in a little bit of a strange order, but it is pretty much in order of when we completed it. Because I, of course, haven't completed any of these as a student, there are no grades in here for me, but yours should be in there. And so your Unit 1 test grade, Unit 1 review grade should all be up there. Now the evolution pre-quiz is not a grade. It will not count towards your overall grade in the class, but it will still appear here as how many points you got, just so that you have an idea. All right. Then down here, this should tell you the total, your overall grade in the class. Hopefully this has helped you understand where to find things in Blackboard. Um, Course information, if we look there, the stuff in the course information is your lab report template, and then some information about Desmos and Next-Gen Inquiry. We'll get to Desmos later in this course, not right now. And then something about me. But for the most part, the most important tabs for you are the announcements, discussions, content is A number 1, grades, and then these 3 here are the links that get you to our live sessions, the office hours, and then if you missed a class, where you can get that too. I hope this has helped, and I hope this will make the course easier to navigate. If you still have questions, please be sure to send me an email or come to office hours Monday from 10 to 11 Pacific time in the morning, or Thursdays from 4:30 to 5:30, again Pacific time in the afternoon. Bye for now.